Okay.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's a first.
Very nice. Okay. Commissioner Freehoff.
Here.
Commissioner Staker.
Here.
Commissioner Klein.
Here.
Commissioner Slutz.
Here.
Commissioner Berger. And Commissioner Miller. Absent. Oh, look. Oh, it's just Roger.
Just Roger.
What did you think it was? Reading one.
That feel good. Oh, it's just Roger.
And
Just me.
Commissioner Ellison. Absent.
We're waiting for Burger, so.
Okay.
Oh, Tom.
And
We're short of member, right? Or two.
No, there's.
no, we're all.
Is Angie still here?
She is. She had a death in the family, so she was unable to make it tonight. And James can't do Wednesday nights.
Okay.
Okay. Let's. I don't think I. Shoot, I didn't even bring my right stuff. Okay. So the minutes are the first item on the agenda. I'll look over them and.
That was in August, wow.
This is only October, so it was only September that
Yeah,
we
I guess
but
I
it's
just
August,
get that here since,
August
yeah.
feels like it was a
Yeah, it
really long time ago, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't even, there's the minutes on the back.
Move to approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed?
Okay. So then the next item on park alcohol policy. I thought I'd update you really quick on the council, the previous council meeting. So just to refresh memories, in the August meeting, the commission kind of informally said, you know what, why don't we just try and have a policy similar to Baronic Park and not worry about selling alcohol. So this was a direction change from what council had asked me to look into. So I brought it back to council at the last meeting. They are all over the place, to be honest, what they feel. Some of them felt we should allow, like at Baronic Park. Some felt there should be no alcohol at Cubby. Some kind of felt there should be no alcohol at any parks. It was kind of the consensus, yeah.
Fun haters? No.
No.
I just say that.
One of the council members suggested we do like a permitting system. So if anybody wanted to bring alcohol, including ourselves, like if we were having a league, that would only be allowed if a permit was approved. There's just a lot of different options. So I thought, so that's pretty much the gist of it. From there, that discussion said the council would revisit it. It was kind of left up to the council members were like, oh, I'll ask around with my people I know, I'll ask around, and we said that was great, but then I suggested possibly doing, this is just going to carry into the next item, just a simple survey that we could put on the website, have hard copies of to get a general consensus from the population, not just small pockets of people who we all know. You know what I mean? Kind of trying to broaden that, just something super informal to help guide our direction. So, anybody questions? And I'm like kind of filling in.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'm.
So is this is your proposal for the survey?
So yeah, this is the next item on there, the survey. So just to jump into that real quick, Nick and I put something together super quick. I would like to add a couple of different options. I would like to put on there whether or not they're a city resident or not. I feel like that's valuable information. And then I would also like to put on some different age categories, you know, under 18, 18 to 26, you know what I mean, that were 18 to 21, so that we have a general idea of the demographics in regards to that.
What do you think about a question, how often do you use the city parks?
We've done that
Have you
before.
done that before?
Yeah, I mean, we can, I was just trying to keep it
Not
as,
just for conversation, but,
Yep.
I mean, because, somebody might say, no, do you ever use them? No.
right, well, yeah, we can do that, yep,
This is a thought.
yep.
And I like you said that you put what the present policy is.
Yeah,
I mean, I bet most people don't even know that.
so the other thing that was discussed at staff, I could use some wording, is Redmond would like us to add back in there somewhere a question of selling alcohol as an option in there. I said, well, we could probably put it under question number 2, alcohol only if sold on site. You know what I mean, during an event or something like that.
Yeah.
Even though the council said they didn't want that, he wanted that question just kind of brought
Who
back.
wanted it?
Administrator Jones. So I'm great with that, that's fine.
What do I say? I forgot.
You're over there, but you can move your chair wherever you want, because I kind of feel like I'm all alone over this side.
Actually, we're over here, we're
I
all.
really,
If you want me to sit with you.
you can come on up. And I put it that way, but it's not balanced, and that in my mind that drives me nuts. So anyway, so I guess this is discussion time. What are your thoughts? I do, and I've said this before. I feel like when maybe even after our next commission meeting, if you take a vote and you decide what you want to actually, you know what I mean, what your strong policy is, I feel like this is something that as a commission, you should kind of, almost all of you probably attend to present at the council meeting. I feel like that is something that they would like to see. That's just my
Sure.
That or a unanimous vote
yes,
at minimum.
right,
That's pretty strong.
right. So I didn't put it as a voting item, I just because it's and not everybody, I don't think Douglas was here last time, and
So how do you want to get this out? You want to have it, you'll be on the website.
we'll put it on the website. I was gonna put an ad in the paper for next week. You know what I mean, like fill this out. Now, we could always put it in as an insert in the paper, we've done that before. Then they'd have to drop it off. I feel like it doesn't have to, if we hit the paper, social media, we have hard copies up at the library and here in the office.
What social media would it go on?
I would put it on
Voices.
I'd put it on our city website, our city Facebook page.
We don't do voices, I don't think.
No, we do.
Stay away from that.
Yeah, as a city, we try to stay away
Stay
from that.
away
We
from
do that West Branch
We have
community
no
one.
opinion on anything.
I don't want to send it home through the school. I don't think it's appropriate to send home through the school. I'm just telling you, I don't feel that would be
That sounds
a,
good.
but I could always do a blurb in our, we say over and over in our stuff, visit the website. It has all the information you want. So, I would love your feedback here and what your thoughts are.
I think it'd be good.
Survey would be definitely good, yeah. I mean, what timeline are we gonna, because we started talking about it, in May?
And we can
A little
talk
earlier than
more
that.
about
Anyway,
it.
so we've been talking about it for a while. Are we gonna give some people more time to fill out the questionnaire and wait till we get closer to summer? Or is it gonna be immediate action, or is it gonna be, because somebody might see the survey and go, well, I wanna go in and talk to them now. I mean, what?
So
I'm
what
just curious.
I was thinking for the survey time, we'd make it fairly short. I would
Okay,
like to wrap
yeah.
this up. I would like to get our results in this month. You know what I mean,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
quick as possible, because people are gonna forget about it. When they, especially if it's online, they're gonna see it and they're gonna click on it right away and they're gonna be able to complete it.
Are we doing the Halloween thing?
Yeah,
You could probably close it up and have people as a last chance if they want to do one.
Yeah.
with the Halloween,
yeah, something like that, and that will give us,
then now close it up.
and then I could give the results, and at least the results of the survey at the next council meeting. So that we know that.
Makes sense.
I
I was just
feel-
curious.
Yeah. Right now, as a city, we're going through our code, or recodifying, so we'll need to change So anything, like the parks, it's the time, is what I'm saying. It's the optimum time for us to make any changes now. And if we get the changes in, if council agrees and we go forward, that way, if we get the park in the spring, we'll be able to start off with a policy and all in place. And of course, everything we tweak as it doesn't work. But
Yes, I would add, you're gonna add a demographic question, and then also add to number 2, if it was purchased from
right.
the park.
And then yes, on the other side too. And then we just have an other comments. You know what I mean? On the third question, the last question will be an other comments. I mean, we could go as crazy as we wanted. We could get, smoking service. I mean, we could do a lot of different opinions, but I really feel like this is an issue and it's kind of a separate issue from the other things. Please tell me if I'm...
Keep it quick, simple, easy, cut just a couple. I think that's always the best thing. You start taking surveys and it's like, to me personally, I just like the short ones.
So the goal is to try to find some sort of feel for what any general public is,
Right,
some sort of sense of what, because right now it's you guys and the city council,
correct.
the chief. It's all the feedback we got.
I mean, we have people that are always chirping in our ears. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we absolutely do, but this will give us a little bit of paper trail when we formulate policy.
Cool, I think it'd be good.
You all good?
So do we need any sort of motion or anything, decision to
No.
go forward with this?
No,
or-
this was something that council kind of said, yep, go with it. We'll go ahead and,
So you put it on the website, city site,
yep,
and we'll have a last chance at the Halloween thing, I
Yeah.
guess?
we'll do hard copies. Anything else Leslie also suggested, and this was a great idea, of maybe doing a map and labeling where the different parks are, or at least an address of the different parks. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea.
I like that idea.
I
That would
hadn't
be
thought
good.
of that,
Yeah.
but a lot of people wouldn't know where the different parks are. The other one we don't have on here that's kind of a weird one, not really one of ours, but the dog park. I haven't talked with the Animal Control Commission, I don't even know. So I know that we maintain it, is it county property?
No.
Nope.
It's on the city property. Okay. So, I mean, that's one of the other things, I've never seen anybody out there, but there's
Well, the
always.
dogs have expressed a preference for beer only.
Well, they do, mine does like a little beer, but we don't do.
Spot to Mackenzie.
And this is just really giving, I don't know, when we formulate, like I said, our policies, our rules, what the community wants. Okay, so we talked about the alcohol policy. Is everybody still kind of under the fair agreement of a bring your own? Has anybody wavered on that? Does anybody would like no alcohol at all in parks? I mean, this is a perfect time to start talking through things. What do you think the majority of the people would want?
I like the idea of bring your own. I think that this works fine for Bronick.
Yeah,
And
bring your
the
own,
swing
just like
sh-
Bronick,
and
yeah.
Chief Orhan like that better than selling it. And
Kind of hit some middle ground, it seemed like, in our discussions, that's something we can kind of get a little least reasonable.
What about a permitting system?
Is it keep it simple, just allow, don't get in trouble. I mean,
is there permitting for Bronick?
No. But it could be under a discussion item. I mean, that could be something.
Is there any rules on containers currently? Like you can only have
No
cans, or you
No,
can,
but we should probably toss in a no glass.
and no kegs or something?
There is a no kegs and
There is
no
no
hard
kegs.
liquor.
Okay,
There is that.
but the glass and everything. Yeah.
Glass is a good idea.
no hard liquor, I was aware of that.
Is it followed?
Yes. I'm sure it is. Okay.
Cool.
So we just covered two things there.
Sweet.
Fall and winter activities, the next item. So I gave you all a little summary of what's going out in the newsletter. Trick or treat is happening Halloween, 4:30 to 5:30. Is there anybody that's gonna be able to help out with the downtown?
Is that a Thursday?
Yes.
Is it 4:30 to 5:30? See you, Raj.
4:30
Raj.
to 5:30. Trick or treat hours are gonna be in town 5 to 8.
I can try to get here in time. KCRG is posting the city trick-or-treating times,
Okay.
if, you know,
We'll put it,
someone wants to reach out to them.
okay. So Jamie will be there to help out, and Becky up at the library, and probably Nick might come down too, so.
Didn't we have it down at the
Heritage.
Heritage Park?
Yep.
Is that not where it's gonna be?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, there it is.
Let's see, so little rundown quick. Indoor walking, we're gonna start that in November through the end of March. We have Tracy Schutte will open up, it's early. Tracy Schutte will open up the gym at that time. For the walkers, we might make it till 6:30 if I get so we've done in the past a Wednesday evening time too, and it's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes I have people that show up, sometimes they don't. So we can always add that back in if we need to, but the morning group is pretty consistent. We're gonna put out a donation thing this year. We've worked it out with somewhat. A donation, secure donation box that people can put there.
Do we get charged to do that?
We do get charged for the gym. Yep. Let's see what else. Everything else is pretty, it's a wrap. We'll do it with the library. We've done this, I don't think we did it last year. We did it the past couple of years up at the library. Super simple. People bring their own gifts, and it's just, we open up the building, we have some wrapping paper. They can wrap their Christmas gifts and kind of organize them without anybody who's ever wrapped Christmas gifts with kids around. We all know the pounding at the door, the moment of panic when the door starts to open and you go, ah! So anyway, so it's a free thing. People usually bring some snacks and some water to drink or something, and make it a night. Have a couple of after-school programs. We'll do bingo again. Basketball registrations are starting. A couple of new programs. We're a team with Brick Arch. We'll do a cookies event there in December. I met out at Scattergood and worked on ways to partner with them. So one thing, to do an adult indoor pickleball league we'll use out at Scattergood, just because we can get into the gym Tuesdays and Thursdays earlier. Here we can't get in until 6:30 in the gym, and as we all know, it's very difficult during the week to do that. So adults, I figured, wouldn't care if they had to go to Scattergood. The other thing too was, while we have the portable nets, to retape the lines each week, like we'd have to do at any of our gyms here because they're used for competition, would be a time sucker for me. But we can go ahead and leave the tape down at Scattergood while the league lasts. Yeah, so we got a lot of different activities. Pushing out. That's all I really have for that. Okay, any questions? Okay. I don't have anything else. Any comments?
So what's the latest and greatest on the landscaping and everything at Cubby? Because when we were there was some, that was a discussion point.
Yep, it still is. Council hasn't accepted the project yet. Maybe in November. I'm waiting for the grass to really take hold in the green areas, which of course now that we've gotten, I don't know if we got a hard freeze in this area or not. I know we were supposed to, might have
Did
slowed
they
that
come in
down.
and do anything?
They did, they came in and they reseeded, they came through, they killed the weeds and then waited a while and then reseeded again. So there is grass, there you can see there is grass growing.
Still technically not open to the public.
It's not open to the public.
Is there a lien on the park?
No,
Was there a lien on the park?
there was rumor of one.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
But no.
Yeah, I've had some people tell me their disappointment that it's closed because they've been using it a lot and walking up there and.
Yeah. Part of the issue was it technically was always still the contractors. You know what I mean? And the concern is if we're waiting on the grass to grow, if people are trampling it or things like that, then it will never grow. So hopefully at the November meeting, council meeting, it'll be accepted. Hopefully, that's what I have.
Cool.
Okay,
Anything else?
I don't have anything else.
Move to adjourn?
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So moved.
You have time tomorrow morning?